Welcome to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy, Kate Things.
We're back, man. Episode 273.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get right into it. Without the yes, sir, I don't know if I could start. It's like my brain is not working. I don't know what it is and why we've done so many episodes. We started them the same way.
Yeah.
Like without a certain, not even a certain cadence, but without certain stuff. It's just like it throws you off.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get right into it. Pete Davidson.
It's like podcast foreplay.
Right. Pete Davidson, PETA. Let's get into it. Recently,
Which is unfortunate that they're beefing, because that's great marketing. Pete Davidson and PETA, if they were somehow able to come together, I think that would be great.
All right, yeah, they kind of play off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that ain't happening now. All right. Pete Davidson leaves PETA unhinged voicemail. Fuck you, suck my dick, end quote. Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson is going to war with PETA over the new dog he bought, and he fired the latest shot via a profanity-laced voicemail for the animal rights group, a move he doesn't regret, but says came from a place of grief. PETA says the actor left a heated voice message Monday for the organization's senior VP of Cruelty Investigations. He got her name because she'd issued a statement to TMZ expressing PETA's collective disappointment in Pete buying a puppy at a New York City pet store instead of adopting at a shelter. On the voicemail, Pete announces himself and says he's responding to Daphna's statement, which he calls uneducated and premature. He notes he's allergic to dogs, and his rep told us, and that's why he had to get a Cavapoo. It's called a Cavapoo, excuse me. That's the only dog he can have. A nearly hyperallergenic breed because they don't shed. He also says the dog for his mother, whose previous pup just died. Right, so he's going through trauma from his mother's going through a traumatic experience losing her dog, and they all hurt as a family. Then it also says, then comes an expletive-laced diatribe that might revival Christian Bale. Well, I wouldn't go that far. In which he angrily tells Daphna to do her research before talking to media, drops an F-bomb, and makes vulgar suggestion about his penis. Right? Now, here's the thing.
Can you play the audio?
Yeah, I think it should be on there. Let's see. Okay, this ain't it. Where the fuck? Let's see if it pops up on here. I think I got it. What the fuck? I just seen it. This is TMZ too. See if it pops up. This episode is Lord.
No, commercials.
Your dog deserves the best.
Shut the fuck up. You can't.
The first thing I'm gonna do when I get rich is get free the ad-free version of YouTube.
Yeah, this ain't even YouTube. This is just a TMZ.
Oh.
Yeah. So
no, they put the YouTube links though.
Let me see if I could just go to. Well, let's see if I can.
Yeah, see if you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, it should pop up.
Just
to give people a an overview.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Pete Davidson. Let's see, Pete Davidson. Voicemail.
Yeah, Pete.
You can say right.
Today at 2:41 p.m.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Pete Davidson. This message is for Daphna. Thank you so much for making comments publicly that I didn't adopt a dog. I just want to let you know I'm severely allergic to dogs, so I have to get a specific breed. I'm only not allergic to Cavapoos and those type of dogs. And my mom's dog, who's 2 years old, died a week prior, and we're all so sad, so I had to get a specific dog. So why don't you do your research before you create news stories for people, because you're a boring, tired and
End this message.
I hate that was bleeped out. I hate that.
Yeah, they got.
You gotta fucking. I don't know if anybody took it down. They take it down, huh? It's so annoying.
I think we got the gist of it. I don't want to listen to that again.
Let's see if this one is out.
I think they're all bleeped out.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm severely allergic
they are.
specific breed. I'm only
All right, well, you get the gist of it. I'm not going to, drag it down. The issue I have with PETA is these motherfuckers never apologize when they get it wrong. Mm-hmm. Like, they've gotten it wrong a few times. We've mentioned them on this podcast a few times where they basically talked about Uga, which was the bulldog from the Georgia Bulldogs, and they spoke about how they were having that dog as a working dog and it was being treated inhumanely. But then the school came back with receipts of how good they treat the dog, and that dog comes from a lineage of other bulldogs that also got pampered, which is why, like, they literally have climate controlled vehicles that don't deviate from temperature just so that dog can be fine. When the dog is out on the football field and they put it in the little doghouse, the doghouse has a big ass ice bag and air conditioning in it. They feed the dog. That dog is getting treated better than most people. And PETA just randomly said something. I don't even think PETA does it because they care about animals like that. I think they just want to they rely on sensationalism.
Yeah.
That's what they rely on. Because you said they did some shit back in the day where they, who was it they came at to? It was like in the 80s they said something.
I forgot. It was on, I just read it off the Wikipedia page.
Oh, Steve Irwin.
Oh, yeah.
in the
They was
90s,
going
I
in
think.
on Steve Irwin talking about how
After he died?
he's, how he was aggravating alligators and stuff like
Yeah,
that. It's like, yo,
ridiculous.
Steve Irwin is if anybody loved, I don't think you work around animals in any capacity if you don't really love animals. And the way they just kind of like, it was kind of disrespectful and almost saying that we shouldn't celebrate him even after he passed away. So,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's stupid. And it was after he passed, too. So there was just a complete lack of empathy.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, what are you guys doing
Yeah.
besides? I think they purposely come at people with big names just to bring more attention to what they're doing. They also do those campaigns of like the furless like models that are like naked or whatever too.
Yeah, those ones are amazing. Those are great ads.
It's like, okay, guys, we get it. Yeah, it's like, and what does it stand for?
Basically, like they were saying, like they'd rather be naked than wear animal fur or something like that.
Yeah, but it's like, man, this at the end of the day, you're doing it in such a cheap fucking way. It's just so cheap, man. I'm so tired of PETA. Okay, I like the PETAs with an I and a TA.
I like pizza.
Yeah, PETAs taste good. Fajita PETAs, but the PETA, the fucking organization, they can fuck off. It is insane how much they've came at people over the last, I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know what the fuck y'all do no more. Where's a good headline? I want them to apologize when they get it wrong. These motherfuckers never apologize.
Yeah, they had this one thing that I seen on their page where it was like humans, like naked humans with a bunch of blood around them, and they were like in this package, and it was almost like trying to spread the message that we need to stop eating animal or stop eating meat and stuff like that. But it was just, they just do everything they do is just in such bad taste. Right. It's like the worst marketing that I've seen out of any company in a long time. Their marketing strategy is like being disrespectful to Steve Irwin, calling guys like Pete Davidson out that actually loves dogs, actually loves animals, and, trying to get people to stop eating meat by putting humans in freaking plastic bags and putting blood on them.
It's just like, dude, get the fuck. It's just sensationalism. Here's another one. I said, what did PETA say about Steve Irwin? Some praise Irwin for educating the public about rare animals. In a statement to USA Today about the backlash to the tweets, PETA said people should examine Steve Irwin's record of wildlife molestation. Part of PETA's motto is that animals not be used for entertainment. So, like, literally, they're saying that he used animals as entertainment, right? But I could push back on them and say you're relying on sensationalism and you're relying on pointing the finger at people to even keep you as a fucking organization.
They're using animals for entertainment as well.
Yeah, they are. They are. If they really gave a fuck about animals, they would zero in on animals instead of always finding celebrities to attack.
Even that the one video, the TikTok about the people dumping animals in Bakersfield and stuff like that. Yeah,
that's fucked up though, man.
Basically, they were saying like there's people driving from different areas and going to this like I don't know, which farmlands and stuff like that, and just dumping animals instead of taking them to the shelter.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And they're saying that the shelters are turning a bunch of dogs away because they want to keep their numbers, you know, to make their you know, the organization look good.
Yeah, so what if the people tried?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we never know.
Yeah, but they were blaming the organization. But I'm like, yo, I've been inside of some of those dog shelters or animal shelters, and it's a lot of animals in there. It looked like Corcoran, or it looked like Rikers Island or something in there. And it's just, a lot of times just not enough space. And you know, it's a nonprofit organization most of the time, and to really work in those, places or those spaces, you got to really love animals.
Yeah, you do.
You're surrounded by barking dogs all day long.
And it's vicious too, man. Well, it's sad too because the way they got to put the dogs down. I remember a long time ago when I was in high school, I had to be about 16, and I was doing a summer job, and we were building these corrals for horses, right? We had these big metal gates that we were connecting. And we had to go out near the animal shelter off Highway 58, and we had to go get a bunch of those corrals and load them up on a truck. And when we did that, it was next to an animal shelter, and we could see like some dead dogs just laid out, like multiple.
Oh, that's nasty.
And I was just like, "Fuck, man!"
Yeah.
I think they had just put them down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, it's so sad.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's honestly the way that, you know, that PETA and other people, they have a lot of opinions about how people handle dogs, but in reality, it's a bunch of like, it's just too many dogs running around. It's a bunch of stray dogs, and you know, it's just it's crazy. So I don't really have an opinion about what people should do with dogs because every situation is different, you know.
Yeah.
So sometimes those people that dump them dogs off in them lands, it's like they just don't know what to do with them. Sometimes it could be a situation where they got they can't afford it or something.
Yeah,
like
well, but a person that's dog crazy, like I love dogs, but I feel like there's limits, right? Like I still live in reality, but people that like love dogs and they don't see nothing else, they'll be like, "What do you mean? What do you do with dogs? You take them in your home, you love them, and you get as many dogs as you can, and you let them lay in your bed, and they can lick you on your mouth and your face." And you be like, "Hey, lady, shut the fuck up, please."
No, that was it you that sent that story about the vet that got murdered, and it was like a TikTok. I think you sent it.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it was.
Oh fuck yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know if you watched part 2.
I did.
But in part 2, they found out that or it might have been in part 1, but the husband was arrested for like buggy or some term.
I'll run it down real quick. Basically, there was a murder case of a woman, and she was a vet, right? She died, and it was a mysterious death. They didn't know what the fuck was going on.
She got stabbed in the face like 30 times.
Like, something crazy like that, right? So after they did the investigation and found that, they dug into it. She had a laptop and things and files and stuff sitting around, and they started finding out she was into some weird shit, and that her husband and both of them were into exploitation of children, right? Mm-hmm. Like child pornography. Mm-hmm. Then not only that, then they kept digging, right? And they found out that she was able, because she worked at a vet, she also was able to take some of the pets home, right? Overnight. Mm-hmm. And she was doing some sexual shit with the fucking animals too. Mm-hmm. But that was labeled under the law. It was called buggery.
Buggery, yeah.
Buggery. You would think it was just called like bestiality, but like the legal term for what they were doing is called buggery. So she was fucking with kids, animals, and I'm like, look, I don't wish death on nobody, but she had to die. Yeah. Okay? That's fucking sick. Mm-hmm. It was wild, and it's like, oh my God. And it's just, it gets even worse. The story is crazy.
Yeah, it's a wild story. But I never heard that term buggery before.
I never did either. Till I thought there was some insects involved. Like she fucking roaches too. She fucking kids, dogs, and roaches.
Roachy style. She can hit roachy style.
I'm like, God damn, spray some Raid on this hoe.
Yeah, she got a wild life, and all of that stuff was revealed after she died.
She got a wild life, huh? Wildlife resort.
Those be the people that work at PETA. They'd be like, we should love animals. She loved the animals a little bit too much.
No, she was a piece. She was sick, man.
Yeah,
all right, that's wild.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. Shout out to Pete Davidson, man. Fuck PETA. Okay, I'm riding with Pete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Pete Davidson.
Shout out to Pete on this one. Mm-hmm. I guess somebody got in trouble. They had to take down a digital billboard they had of Pete They said like we're riding with Pete and his BDE.
Big Dick Energy.
That's what they put on the billboard. I think it was in New York, but then they took it down.
Yeah, y'all got to get off Pete Dick, man.
Yeah, y'all got to stop that, man.
That's weird.
The infatuation with a man's penis is weird, man.
Yeah.
You already had Kanye going crazy because of that.
Yeah.
He's like, you gonna side with a white boy with a 10-inch penis? You gonna side with a white boy with a 10-inch penis?
Yeah.
It's like, dog, you just making it worse, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the fact that you bringing up this man's genitals like that, that's not gonna make your wife like him less.
Yeah.
She probably enjoyed all 10 inches. Terrible, man. All right, switching gears.
Yeah.
All right. Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor physically assaults a mascot. What a fucking idiot, man. This goddamn Conor McGregor. I hit a fucking mascot the other day. Socked his fucking mouth out. All right. A punch from UFC star Conor McGregor sent the Miami Heat's mascot Bernie to the emergency room of a local hospital during the NBA Finals on Friday, according to The Athletic. McGregor punched a performer wearing a mascot costume twice in the pregame planned skit in the third quarter during Game 4 of the NBA Finals at the CASA Center in Miami. The skit was meant to promote a pain relief spray, which McGregor sprayed on Bernie after the blows. The man playing Bernie was sent home from the hospital after receiving pain medication and is doing well, according to the Athletic report, which cited a league source. CNN has not verified the details of the Athletic report. Bernie, who sported large gold boxing gloves and a boxing robe, was punched once by McGregor and fell to the ground. Once on the ground, McGregor landed another punch before the mascot was dragged off the court. McGregor's communications team had no comment when reached by CNN. CNN has reached out to the Miami Heat and NBA for a comment, but did not immediately hear back. Heat's coach Eric Spoelstra joked about the incident while speaking to the reporters ahead of the Monday's game 5 in Denver. It's the Miami Heat, and quote, toughness that we are talking about, Spoelstra said. Should have been allowed to take the first swing. We won't reveal who that is, but he's tough. Take a punch and get back up. Yeah, he's not going to miss any time. All right. I think it's a bad idea going forward to have a professional athlete that fights and punches people in the head for a living to do it. Because I think they got like one mode, bro. And it's just a kill mode. Oh, you want me to punch him? You know, fucking put him in his face? And then he just punches the guy. And it's like, dude, it's a mascot, not Jose Aldo, motherfucker. What are you doing? Yo, that Jose Aldo fight was so disgusting. Mm-hmm. He fucking hit Jose Aldo, and it was like a 7-second fight. I was so upset.
Yeah. Because
Aldo was that dude at that time. Mm-hmm. And Conor fucking hit him and knocked him down. But you know what? Conor could be suffering from some form of CTE. Because after fucking Khabib smashed him, he ain't been the same since. I think Conor's on some shit too.
Think so?
Oh fuck yeah, Conor's definitely cycling off some gear because his head, ears, face, neck, arms, everything got bigger. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's not bigger in a way from lifting weights. Like you can physically get bigger from training, but he's got to be on HGH. His fucking jaw got bigger. Mm-hmm. His face got bigger. That's what happens when you're taking human growth hormone, just like Barry Bonds.
Yeah, I think Barry Bonds' shoes got big, feet got
head,
bigger.
neck, everything got bigger.
Yeah,
it's like dog.
Yeah, that nigga got a dome. Barry Bonds got a big old head.
Yeah, there's a lot of baseball players too that took gear and people just like slid through the cracks. Sammy Sosa never got busted, but he was on gear. He was obviously on gear.
I mean, that whole era, I think everybody got the same.
It was so many. Yeah. Jason Giambi, fucking Nate, what's his name? Roger Clemens.
McGuire.
Mark McGuire was like, if you put up baseball steroid addicts, he would probably be like, they would have to put a fucking bronze statue of him out there with holding the bat.
Yeah, I mean, all those guys were doing it. A-Rod.
Yeah. I think Mike Piazza was on it too. I'm positive Mike was on it. Mike's arms got so fucking big when he played with the Mets, he had to like cut the outside of the jersey because his arms didn't fit.
Yeah,
I'm like, God damn, Jason.
I know they was loving that, man. Mike. One, you healthy, you know. Two, and you putting up crazy numbers. Like in baseball, was just so exciting. Home runs every game. Yeah, I know they was.
That was a
loving
good time, man. 97, right in there, 97, 98. That was an amazing time for fucking Major League Baseball. And then also, but here's the thing that Ken Griffey could always say, he never needed to take shit. Ken Griffey was that nigga.
Yeah.
He was just that dude, bro.
You don't think he was taking it?
No, I don't. Personally, I don't think he was. He was just that dude. Fucking Seattle Mariner. Ken Griffey was the business.
Yeah.
I know he was with the Reds too, I believe too.
Yeah, the Reds. That's where I remember him from.
Really? Yeah, I remember him way back when Ken Griffey baseball and he played with the fucking Mariners.
Ken Griffey was cool. It's not. It's you got like Mookie Betts now, but I think they they have these conversations around like the lack of black athletes in Major League Baseball. Yeah. But Ken Griffey, he was just cool. Like him. I think Barry Bonds was cool too back in the day.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
People always leave out the conversation of, oh my God, played with the fucking Padres. Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn was that dude, man. And he was the all-time leading scorer in basketball for, he went to San Jose State, or, I think he went to San Diego State. And then he ended up playing for the Padres. So he went from college to the pros in the same fucking city.
That's crazy. That's dope.
I don't want to misquote him. I believe that's what the truth is about him. I could be wrong, but I believe that's, Olajuwon did that too, because Olajuwon played for Houston in college and then went over there. But let's not bore people with the sports conversation. Yeah. Conor socked the mascot, man.
Yeah. I think that I don't think it's that deep. When I see the video, it looks like it was planned out. I think the thing that happens is that people, when they see people in these costumes, they don't really realize that it's a small piece of cushion in there, and you really punching somebody, like a human being that's in there.
Yeah.
So I think he just kind of like they just kind of didn't plan it out as they just didn't really think it through all the way, and he like really punched the dude, and the dude really fell to the ground, and then he punched him again when he fell down, because it looked like when you watch it, everybody looks like they're in on what was going on, but there's a situation that happened here in Bakersfield actually when I was in high school, and there was one of the players on the team dressed up as a mascot for a rival high school here in Bakersfield. And during the assembly in the basketball gym, all the kids jumped on him, and it's just something in our brains that doesn't really register as somebody wearing a costume as like a human. So we're just like, not me personally, but everybody's jumping on him and beating him up and the whole nine. And the dude really had concussions, and he had ribs
was fucked up too.
Yeah, and it was a huge lawsuit. And there's people that interview him today, and he still talks about how he still feels the effects of that, of getting jumped essentially. And so I say that to say, like, it ain't no joke. It might sound like, you like, oh, how could he get hurt? He's wearing a costume and all that stuff. But like underneath that costume is just like, it's just like asking somebody how can they get hurt if they're wearing boxing gloves and headgear. Like, you could still get knocked out.
Oh yeah, them punches is coming.
Yeah,
I think imagine going to work dressed as a duck and you leave with a black eye and a missing tooth.
That's crazy.
That's fucked up. Imagine dressing up. You know those dudes that dress up during tax season and wear like that the New York Statue of Liberty thing on their head.
Yeah.
What's that? Liberty taxes?
Yeah.
Imagine being a Liberty tax professional, a Liberty tax mascot, and somebody beating your ass. It's like, I went to H&R Block, bitch. I went to H&R Block. Fuck you, bitch. It's Jackson Hewitt on mine, bitch. You get jumped by a Jackson Hewitt mascot. Ain't that a bitch?
Jackson Hewitt. That's funny.
Oh man. It's in certain places that don't hit. I don't even know if we have a Jackson Hewitt anymore.
Yeah, whatever happened to them? They used to be in the Walmarts posted up during tax season.
Yeah, it's certain places or certain establishments that I don't trust. Like, I don't trust Howard Johnson. Like, was it Howard Johnson?
Oh man. Hotels? Yeah, I wonder. I've never been over there personally, but yeah. That's crazy.
The Howard Johnson does look like a place where he's like, oh, there's definitely prostitutes in that place.
Yeah, I think that's what it's known for.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those TikTok videos on Howard Johnson one day. Have you ever been to Bakersfield, California? And more specifically, Howard Johnson Hotel? Well, here's the story. Back in the day, back in the 1980s, there used to be a lot of hoes coming through there.
There was a lot of hoes coming in there. They had good pussy. And you know what's crazy?
That's funny.
Oh man, that's bad, man.
Actually, Zion Williamson's baby mama used to work at Howard Johnson.
Oh, we're gonna get to that next. We're gonna get to that next. Yeah, I just think it's funny, man. I just think it's funny, but I will say this. I think there's been some weird, like, eccentric behavior from Conor McGregor as of the last couple years, where he had that incident, the bus incident, where he threw a chair or something through it and cracked the window all open, and he actually hit somebody. Like, these behaviors happening to him could have something to do with either one or two things: either the possibility of him taking gear, and, taking steroids at a high level, taking all kind of different cycles, in addition to him also possibly having some form of CTE. Due to being in a combat sport, it's highly likely that can happen. So Conor's definitely been weird. Yeah, and he does some weird shit. So, but hey, at the end of the day, they'll figure it out. Conor's probably gonna end up paying him some money.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fat. Yeah, he's gonna get paid for sure.
Yeah,
fat little lawsuit.
Yeah. What I found funny, we'll move on. But what I found funny, there was a mascot a long time ago dressed in like a tiger suit that was doing the moonwalk on the top of a dugout during a baseball game, and he just fucking did a moonwalk right off the dugout. He fell right in the fucking hole, man. That shit was hilarious. I hope he was okay, but yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
there was another mascot that was on roller skates that was going super fast, and he hit a wall, and his leg was snapped, dude. You can see his broken leg. You can see his leg was broken.
Through the
yeah, because the fucking mascot leg was hanging, and he was holding his knee, but he was in a fucking costume, so he's like, he got the uniform on, the mascot. So imagine that's like Chuck E. Cheese having a broken leg or some shit.
Yeah, it's just
and you're like, get up, Chucky, and then you kick Chucky. Get up, Chucky, stop playing.
Yeah.
And he's like, you little fucking asshole, my leg is broken.
Yeah,
I have a family. He's like, you got a family of rats? Haha, shut up, Chucky.
That's crazy.
Yay! Hey, let's beat up Chucky. He said his leg is broken, and all the parents are sitting there watching the kids beat the fuck out of Chucky.
Yeah, little black kids.
You're like, oh,
nah, I want my money back. I want this broke ass. I want this broke ass Chuck E. Cheese.
Chucky in the 80s was a fucking nightmare. In the early 80s,
the way he looked.
Oh, the late 80s and the early 90s, Chucky looked like a fucking. He looked like a nightmare. He looked like something you seen in a bad dream. Because they had a robot Chucky that sang songs and shit.
It would come out,
and he'd like. I'm like, dude, somebody shoot this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Chucky was so crazy back in the day. Oh man, you see what they did to Camelot, man?
What
Camelot is shut down, man. I don't know if they're rebuilding or if they're just shutting it down for good.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know. Last time I went, it was actually a lot of people in there. So
Really?
I don't know if it's a money issue or what, but
Probably.
it's, that's a staple in Bakersfield, but business, things evolve.
What's sad to me though is like, they might be rebuilding it because I seen them painting the gate and shit like that. But when I seen them take everything out, I felt like there was a chapter of my childhood that
They were
closed.
taking stuff out?
Fuck yeah, they ripped it bare, man. It's bare. But I don't know if I think they're doing work on it because I seen them like putting like new stuff over there. So I was like, hopefully they reopen it.
Yeah.
I just have a lot of memories there, especially with me and my dad.
Yeah, I hear that.
My dad would take me there and just give me a bunch of quarters and shit. We would go be on the arcade and
yeah.
So it's like
I like getting on them go-karts and stuff.
Yeah, man. Like you had a lot of memories there. And I really encourage people to get out of the house. I think a lot of times now we've gotten so far from, going out with like your relatives and doing stuff. We don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And I talked about it once, but like I get nostalgia thinking about, Blockbuster and pizza parlors and, Camelot and things like that. We did shit as a family, dude. Like you think about, you went to, I don't know.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, Blockbuster, you went to get like the movies that your parents wanted to watch. And then you went to the child section and got the shit that you wanted to watch.
Yeah.
But you always went out to do it. You could even rent a
video
whole
game.
Not just a system, not just a video game. You could rent a whole system back then.
Oh,
it came in a big black box. Remember that?
No, I never knew you could rent a system.
Yeah. You could rent a Super Nintendo or whatever. It came in a big black box that you could not open. You couldn't open the box. They locked it up. But you could rent the whole system and then take it home.
Yeah, I remember renting Tony Hawk Pro Skater. It wasn't like a family trip, but it was for sure like me and my uncles. Like we walked because it was like, you know, at my grandma's house in Visalia, you could walk. It may be a couple miles. You walk to around a block over there with a McDonald's and a Save Mart in there and stuff in there. There used to be a Blockbuster in that same plaza.
Right.
And then we would go in there and rent the video games or whatever. She would give us some money to go rent a game, and then, you know, it would low key be sad because it's only overnight. Renting a video game is like getting a hotel. Like you get it from like.
Yeah, but this is how much I really remember that whole, like, whenever I think of these places, it just really warms my heart. Y'all remember you and Desmond, everybody, y'all went, it's back when y'all had a game cube and you took the game from Blockbuster and put a fake game in the thing.
Yeah,
back.
it was when the GameCube was out, Burger King had these mini CD-ROMs from like X-Men Evolution. So I don't remember what was on the actual CD-ROM, but they were like these little tiny CD-ROMs.
Same size as the GameCube.
Yeah,
CD.
and you could put it in your computer, and it probably have like, you know, just different pictures and stuff like that. We were not interested in the CD-ROM at all. But what we did do, it was me and my brother, and I'm like, I had to be like 10 years old or something like that. Me and my brother came up with the genius plan. We like, bro, I don't even know what game it was, but we was like, nigga, we want this game and we don't want to pay for it, or we don't have the means to pay for the whole game.
Right.
So I was like, bro, if we just, you know, we just came up with it together. If we just put this mini X-Men CD-ROM back in the thing, drop it off in a little Dropbox, and then go on about our day, they'll never notice. And they definitely found out later on.
Oh, they found out?
Yeah, they found out.
Oh,
yeah.
your mom got that bill.
Yeah, they was like, yeah, they returned the CD-ROM. I think they called or something like that. Yeah, we didn't get away with it, but yeah, we thought it was genius for a minute.
Yeah, you sure the fuck didn't. You didn't think that through at all. Damn. But yeah, but even eating pizza as a family at the pizza parlor, there was these nice looking chandeliers they had at the pizza parlors at Pizza Hut more specifically, and Domino's, I believe, and Little Caesars had pizza parlors back in the day, and the pizza tasted way better in the early 90s. That's a fact. Little Caesars was a fucking giant in the pizza game back then, man.
Yeah, where is Pizza Hut? Is there a Pizza Hut out here?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like where you go inside and eat?
Yeah. Not where you no. Yeah. Only where you pick it up. They don't do any, there's not one pizza place besides, like, there's certain places like maybe, what is it, Sharky's or one of those like
Rusty's has it. They just actually built the new Rusty's over there on was that Weibel?
Yeah, so those places you can eat because they kind of stay true to the roots, but all the commercial spots, they're not there.
Yeah.
Pizzaville, they still got it worse. That's
Pizzaville,
I have a lot of memories with my dad there too, man.
Pizzaville,
so I might just pull up on them soon and just, you know, because like we watched a bunch of Niner games there. Like
we watched the Lakers and the Celtics.
We did.
Yeah,
we did. But I've been going to Pizzaville since '97, man. So it's like I've spent a lot of moments and a lot of time in there with my dad.
Yeah, watching them games every Sunday.
Yeah, man. And
what was it? Because I know when we were going, we went to see a couple football games there too. And they would have them big old flat screen TVs in there.
The big ass old ones.
Yeah.
I think
what kind of TVs did they have back in the day?
That's the same ones.
The same ones?
Same exact ones.
Yeah, they need to do something different.
When I was going there, those were new TVs in 97. You got to understand that those big screen TVs back in the day, it looked like a big ass box.
How did they deliver them? I couldn't even imagine. Because my aunt used to have one in her house, a big old flat screen TV, the one that just takes up the living room.
It wasn't flat screen. It was just a big screen.
Oh, a big screen. Sorry, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it was considered like a tube TV, but it was a big ass TV. Yeah, and it just gives me nostalgia looking at those too, because no one literally has those anymore.
Yeah,
like I wonder how much.
Thank God, it was too big.
Yeah, I wonder how much they cost if you go, because they always got something online.
Probably on eBay.
Let me see.
Big screen TVs.
Let me see.
Those is the thing, like what do you do with those when the technology changed? You sell it or you take it to the dump or what?
Let me see here. How big were the screens in the 90s? It wasn't too big. Over 50 inches. Manufacturers able to stretch the limits of screen size due to rear projection. So,
dang. Yeah.
If you had
Dang,
one,
this mug $50. This mug $50.
I would buy that just for fun.
The old big screen TV.
I would buy. I would
Lakewood,
just. I like
California.
being different sometimes, so I would just buy one of those big screen TVs just for fun, man.
Oh, this one says just selling for parts. Let me see.
If you got a backyard, like a big backyard, and you want to have like a man cave, and you don't want to buy the most expensive technology, get one of these old big screens if someone's selling it, and just keep it outside.
You honestly, you know what a lot of people do with these? Like, one, if you film in a movie that takes place like in a certain era, you might throw one of those in there.
As a prop.
Yeah, or like sometimes they'll do it to design like little music video spaces. So they'll throw a bunch of big screen TVs in there and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm seeing all kind of different stuff on there.
I tell you what though, what people don't realize, I don't know. We have older listeners. I checked out our analytics.
Yeah,
We got a lot of people that are
like your age, huh?
yeah, like they're from like the age of 28 to like 40 something.
Mm-hmm.
So they've all grew up at the same time as we did. So we kind of could like, we don't have to speak circles around people. Like we know who's listening.
Yeah,
But
this one is a Hitachi TV, big screen, 65 inches. Yeah, dang. That used to be the thing. Like, dang, you got that big old TV in there.
Yep. And then when the sound started fucking up, people be like, sound like Charlie Brown's mom that never fucking changed the TV out.
Wah, 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 wah,
Or no. Here's the other ones. It wasn't quite a big screen, but it had a bigger screen, but it had a wood, like a wood surrounding. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember those.
And they was heavy as fuck.
Bruh.
Some of them had a swivel. Some of them didn't. It was just a big box that had wood around it, and it had a dialer where you change the channel, and it always broke.
Yeah.
And like growing up, well, here's the funny thing about these TVs. Those old TVs, my dad didn't have the remote. I was the remote. So he would put a pair of fucking pliers on the TV, and I was changing the channel.
Yeah, just taking that mug. Yeah.
Hey, son, go back to the other channel. So then I go back to channel 40 because we didn't have cable too.
Yeah.
So I'm
You had what, like 6 channels?
yeah, like no, probably like back then, like maybe 11.
11 channels.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, nigga, we only got 11 channels. You just got me standing over here changing the channel.
Yeah.
Or adjusting the antenna.
Yeah. It was crazy too. Like I remember always going to my grandma's house, and they just had basic TV, and I would be so bored. But it's like you almost have to like grow into watching like the basic TV shows, like the Little Houses on the Prairies and the Matlocks and stuff like that. You
Heat of the night.
Yeah, you just gotta like watch it because that's what
In the heat of the night.
Yeah.
I got trouble. Oh, wow. I remember that it beat into my head because we didn't have no fucking cable.
Mm-hmm. But then on Saturdays, it would be some heat though, because Saturday morning cartoons would come on.
That was the bet, bro.
Spider-Man,
Bro.
X-Men.
You was on that already?
Yeah, I was on it.
Okay.
I loved, like, still to this day, like, I'll go back and watch, I think it's on, what show? It might be on Disney Plus now.
By the time you came around, though, I think some of that was already reruns. Or
the reboots. I mean, not reboot, but the reruns.
I was watching that as it was actually being aired. That X-Men era on Fox morning cartoons, that is the best X-Men ever, dude. Mm-hmm. It's not even close.
Yeah, that show was fire.
Bro, they had...
Then when they started intertwining Spider-Man and Wolverine would pop up on
yeah,
Spider-Man,
that shit was so fire.
Yeah, that's great.
It was Spider-Man, X-Men... Bro, back then, yep, yeah. That's the one I had. We're talking that was like 93 to like 95, like 92 to 95, probably right in there.
Yeah.
But then there was no, it was on there longer than that. And then there was fucking
I was gonna say that's some seasons.
Yeah,
I
Batman too.
A lot of episodes. Batman,
bro.
Yeah.
Batman in the early '90s, the cartoon. I would rush home to watch that shit after school and everything. And then they had the new episodes, the Joker. Everybody, that was a bomb ass show.
Yeah, I used to watch Sonic too. Sonic was one of my favorite shows.
Do you remember the intro though?
Sonic?
Yeah. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic's got an attitude.
Oh, they should have
Sonic,
kept that one.
He's the fastest thing alive.
I think Steve Urkel, Jaleel White, I think he was like the voice actor for
Really?
Sonic for a minute. Yeah.
Yo, I felt bad for Urkel at the end because he a grown ass man still doing that voice. But Laura, I thought you would have liked me.
Yeah, when he started growing up, nigga's voice got deep and he tall.
Yeah.
Pants was flooding way more than they usually did.
Pants were flooding. Nigga had a print in his pants and shit.
Chill out. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm a player, man.
Steve Urkel with the print. That's crazy.
Laura, my dick is hard.
That's crazy.
Do you have any magnums, Laura? Oh,
That's crazy.
remember they friend, Geraldo Faldo?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what? And I feel like Waldo and Jazzy Jeff was almost the same fucking person.
I could see that.
It never got old to me. Every time they threw Jazz out, it never got old.
Yeah.
Every time they fucking threw him out.
You know what I was thinking too? Like, I think Morgan Cooper, he's the one that did, like, he created like the reboot for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
And I don't want to not anything bad about it. Like, I think it's a good show.
I haven't seen it.
But I think that they could just push it more because, like, it's the rollout that they had in terms of like the little trailer going viral, and you got Will Smith back in it and stuff like that. I'm just like, man, you had like the perfect rollout for it to be like a really amazing show. And I think they just they're making it like a network TV show a little bit. You know what I mean?
Man, I have so much instant nostalgia. I went through a wormhole on TikTok of just like looking up 90s sitcoms, and I was just like, it just so like, what's the word? I was so enthralled by it. Mm-hmm. Like, Fresh Prince is probably one of the number one ones. Mm-hmm. And even just like you think about it, even the women on 90s sitcoms are just these beautiful women.
Yeah.
What's her name? Julia. She was on Seinfeld. She's very pretty back then. Mm-hmm. Julia Louis Dreyfus, what her name was, the one that was on Seinfeld. Mm-hmm. Her, and then it was like freaking Tatiana Ali, and then Hillary that was on Fresh Prince, and you had Gina, you had Pam, and you had Topanga.
Nia Long was on.
You had
Fresh
Nia
Prince.
Long was on there. Even Jada in the 90s was very pretty. This is a bunch of beautiful.
What's the name? What's the swimsuit? Sports Illustrated.
Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks. She was
just
on
all these beautiful women. And if you look at how they dressed and what they did, they all was original. They had original style. They used to wear polka dot shirts and pants and, stonewashed jeans. Mm-hmm. They wasn't even half naked. None of them had BBLs. They just
styles was different.
They just was regular. Like, to me, maybe this is my bias because I grew up in the 90s, but the 90s had the most beautiful, naturally beautiful original women out of any era. Mm-hmm. Because it's unfortunate, and I know I'm going to get some shit for this. They're going to be women like, women are beautiful in every era, and it doesn't matter what you say as a man, and the misogyny and the patriarchy on that podcast you have, you need to be quiet. And it's like, hey, right? I think that women have opinions about men saying, well, men aren't men anymore like they used to be and all of this. Mm-hmm. And it's like, y'all get to get y'all shit off. I'm not even being reductive of women in the current times, but it is true a lot of women aren't really happy with themselves. And it's with the onslaught of social media is one of the reasons. Mm-hmm. I think Cardi B took her implants out.
Her booty, or her breast?
Her breast. I think she took her breast implants out. And then freaking what's the other one? Black China took all of her shit off.
Yeah.
And then there's literally a movement of women taking all of their shit out. What's her name? What the fuck is her name? The one that was dating, oh my God, Kehlani. She took her implants out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's like a bunch of women taking out their implants, their BBLs, they taking all that shit out. Mm-hmm. And it's like, shout out to the women out there that's doing it. Mm-hmm. Shout out to them, bro. Mm-hmm. I probably get shit for it. They'll be like, well, it doesn't matter what you think. And it's like, I'm happy with women. I can't be happy that women are okay with being themselves.
I guess not. Mm-hmm.
Like, that's crazy. If you got a flat ass, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I've known a lot of beautiful women that had small asses. I've known a lot of flat-chested, beautiful women. It's some women that's on the bigger side that's good looking. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah, I guess the most important thing is loving yourself.
Yeah,
it really
man.
doesn't matter what I think, but just if you love yourself, like, you know, that's the most important thing. But when you start to, you know, it's just dangerous, man. Like all these surgeries, and you know, when you start to hear these women talk like Black China, Kalani, and all these women, you start to hear, you know, it's almost like they do finally get back to like really loving that version of themselves that you know they grew up with. So that's cool. Good for them.
Yeah, man. I don't know how we went down there. I think this all came from me talking about nostalgia.
I forget what was even the subject.
Yeah, the original subject was it was freaking. We went from Conor McGregor mascot all the way to this.
We still talking about Conor McGregor?
Yeah, we never moved on from it because
dang.
the next conversation is going to be the shark attack.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the thing with Conor McGregor, yeah, I hear what you're saying, like in terms of like the, you know, the potential of the CTE and the roid rage and all that stuff. I just think like this was just a poorly executed thing. What I imagine happened, just me knowing like entertainment on some level, they probably found out Conor McGregor was coming to the game maybe a day before, a couple days before, or even that day. So they was like, oh, let's put this thing together where he, you know, punches the mascot, and then we have the PAs or the production assistants come out, and then they fan the mascot and they drag him off, and then we're going to promote whatever we're trying to promote. And it just was poorly executed, and he really punched the mascot. And Conor McGregor is a world-class athlete, so if he punch anybody, it's gonna hurt. And yeah, that's just kind of how it played out.
Stop crying over fucking punch. You got a whole fucking suit on, motherfucker. Take the punch in the mouth.
Hey, there was I don't know if you've seen it, but Floyd Mayweather, he be doing these exhibitions, and I guess he stopped some dude. I forget the dude's name, but he stopped some dude, and then the ref like called the fight off. And then the dude like went to attack Floyd Mayweather, and then they got and they was just fighting, and then it was pretty crazy. Then his whole team came in there. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, Floyd needed to stop doing. He just making too much money. Like what he's doing is probably parallel to the Fast and Furious franchise. Same fucking shit. You know damn well you ain't supposed to still be making these movies, nigga. You still doing it.
This is like the Harlem Globetrotters of boxing.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he boxed, they just turn that little sound on. Do, 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 do. Oh man,
funny.
The line. Speaking of Fast, it was this Fast 10, right? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Okay, they've made 10 movies, and I just lost count. But like the writing in these movies are so bad. They'd be like, you know what? Family blood is thicker than water, so you know what we got to do. It's like, God damn, this is not even acting anymore.
Yeah,
this is just robbing. Like I was telling Keith before the podcast that this is like a cult classic, and Keith gave a good example of what Fast and Furious franchise is. He said it's like the 4th of July. It's just like good. It's just like Keith. It's like a big event. It's just an event now. It's like, hey, Fast and Furious is out. We like nobody's even questioning how bad this movie is. People just have established that it's just something to do.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate, man, because there are people like myself that genuinely care, like genuinely take their time, with writing and crafting these stories. And I'll say that it still takes a lot of effort to make, you know, a bad movie, but when it comes to like, you know, these, I don't know, there's just people, you know, and even my mentor, like who genuinely care about like the artistic merit of creating a film. And there's also a business side of it, which is it's just the way it is. So and I understand it. And you know what Ludacris said was very accurate. Every time you step out, every summer you step out and premiere your movie, you make $1 billion. So, you know, it's just good, it's good business. But at the same time, like, you know, I'm at least for me, I'm in it to make the you know the Godfathers of the world and
Yeah.
you know the graduation or not the Graduate and you know Jaws and these movies that are deemed as like some of the best movies of all time.
I call this good business, low integrity. That's what I call it. It's like you had to like literally bargain your integrity to keep making these fucking films because they suck dick.
Yeah. Is there a like a musician or something that you could compare like the Fast series to?
A musician I could compare it to? Mm-hmm. Fuck. Oh man.
Like essentially an artist that just keeps making the same album over and over, and they're successful every time they drop.
Oh my God, I don't know, because most of like artists that do that,
and kind of fizzle out
it
before
fizzles
they get
out for 'em.
that opportunity, huh?
Yeah, I don't. Damn, that's a good one. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but,
don't.
yeah.
They're still successful with this, so I don't know if there's any.
Yeah,
No, there's no musician.
but I would say that in terms of like what's been going on in.
I got a better one though. A restaurant, In-N-Out Burger. Horrible fucking fries. Absolute terrible, treacherous, disgusting fries at In-N-Out Burger.
and it just works.
And slightly above average burgers. And
I would say
it just
average
works.
burgers.
It's average. Okay.
Yeah, I would say average. There's
Yeah.
there's nothing like even like some of the Carl's Jr.'s and the Wendy's and the greasier hamburgers and stuff. On any given day, they probably have a better tasting burger.
Oh, fuck
than
yeah.
In-N-Out, and
Yes, they
like,
do.
You know, the lines don't be around the corner.
Exactly. That's what like you mentioned. Some things have become an event, and people don't even realize why they're doing it. They don't realize why they do it. It's not because, oh, this is so good or I love this so much. It's just like the thing to do. And what I've noticed is a lot of people just gravitate to things, and it's not really organic. It's just like hey, let's go and do this. Like, for example, when people say, hey, can you pass me a Kleenex? Like, Kleenex is just a brand.
Yeah,
It's a brand of a tissue.
just like chapstick
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is. Like
or a pamper.
you are literally not even infatuated, but you are like in bed with the branding of something rather than like the quality of it. Because there's other things that have better quality that you won't buy. Like there's better headphones than Beats by Dre that probably cost you less, but you keep getting Beats.
Yeah,
It's not even Beats by Dre anymore. It's just Beats because he sold it, right?
yeah. I think Apple purchased it. I don't know how the business broke down, but yeah, I understand what you're saying though. Like
Yeah.
Beats by Dre for like an era was like
It was
a
it was
thing.
everything.
Yeah. I think that's a lot of things, man. Like it's just I think we kind of I think most people in the world are followers, and
Yes.
that's just kind of how they live their life. Like they think they like something, but they only like it because
Exactly.
however many other people like it.
Exactly. That's what this whole fast thing. And look, I don't want to shit on fast because some of you guys probably like it, and you might be stupid, but I think that's the reason.
Yeah.
Is like what I've learned too is some people have to determine that other people like something before they like it. I think it's hard to be the first person to say you enjoy something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate people to listen to this podcast because we're not the top grossing, top stream podcast in America, right? So when you guys listen to this shit, it's because you actually like it. It's not, you know what I mean?
It
Which
takes
is
a
pretty cool.
different type of person because it's easy to listen to Joe
Fucking-
Rogan's podcast. It's the number one podcast in the world.
Right, it's easy to listen to fucking dumbass Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Every other 5 minutes, he's showing himself drinking a prime drink. I haven't even had that.
Yeah, those things are going crazy.
Yeah, they're going crazy.
They got all the kids be drinking them and stuff.
Dude, they're gonna be. Oh my god.
They're gonna make so much. Logan Paul and then Mr. Beast. I think Mr. Beast has a little bit. I don't know, he's just probably more likable. So I don't. It's no issue supporting. It's no issue supporting either one of those. But I would just say like when you see Mr. Beast products, it doesn't have that same visceral feeling was when you see a prime drink.
I've never had a prime drink.
Yeah, me neither.
Is it? What is it? It's not supposed to be an energy drink, is it?
I have no idea. I don't know what it
I
is.
think it's just a beverage. Mm-hmm. It's like
Like a sports drink or something.
like a low sugar beverage. Let me see.
Yeah. They love them, though. They're pretty expensive, too.
I don't think people really love him like that. They're just infatuated with fucking Logan Paul.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's him selling the drink.
But that's the thing. Like, everything is just about branding. That's what I realized one day. That's why I was like, I got to start playing the game.
This is so expensive.
Yeah, that's why they're expensive drinks. And they're not that. Like, for the amount of drink that you get, it's like, it's crazy. Yeah. Way more expensive than a Gatorade or a Powerade.
Yeah, this is insane. This is only like a 3.6. It's okay. $32 for a 12 pack? Damn.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas tripping.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting to the money, man.
They making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Prime Nutrition. Pick up tomorrow. They got some at Albertsons. I might try the drink just to see how good or bad it is. Mm-hmm. And then I'll never buy another one.
You might follow the trend. You might start liking it.
Nah, I'm too old to follow trends, man.
They might sponsor the pod.
If he sponsored the pod, I don't think I'd take his money, man. I don't trust that guy. I noticed he's been very politically correct lately.
Yeah, there's probably just more things at stake.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
everybody kind of starts to tone it down once these bigger deals. You know, you inside of Walmarts and stuff like that. Targets.
He was like going at Andrew Tate for no reason. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care for Andrew Tate, but the fact that you're going at him, you're just trying to be politically correct so you can get people to buy your drinks.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. You're the same guy that was videotaping dead bodies, motherfucker. Shut your ass.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And that's that lives on the internet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stupid motherfucker. All right, switching gears. Shark attack. The shark attack recorded. And this is a very unfortunate thing. Is this where we've gotten people? Okay. Well, have we gotten to the point where we are watching people's demise? Mm-hmm. We're watching them get gobbled up by a goddamn shark. The last thing they remember and the family remembers is the shark chewing on them like a pizza roll. Is that what you want him to be remembered as? Mm-hmm. That's fucked up. You want him to be remembered as a Tostino's pizza roll? All right. It's eating his remains now. Russian man gobbled up in a shark attack in Egypt. A tiger shark. I mean, that's a tiger shark. That's a different shark, man. He's part tiger and shark. You should have known this nigga was dangerous. All right. Killed a Russian man swimming at an Egyptian beach filled with people Thursday, including the man's own father. It's fucked up, man. This nigga ate 2 people, according to Russian reports. A video circulating online that appears to be of an attack shows a huge splash and commotion in the water as the man is dragged under, while terrified onlookers scream for help. It's eating his remains now, one witness who filmed the incident can be heard saying. Egypt's Environment Ministry reported on Facebook that a tiger shark was responsible for the man's death near the Elysees Dream Beach Hotel at the popular Egyptian resort of Hurghada. Russia's Consul General in Hurghada, Victor, told local news agency the victim is 23-year-old Russian V. Popov, saying he was not a tourist, but he had been living in Egypt for several months. This is so fucked up. Mm-hmm. This is so sad, man. He's 23 years old. He died by... that's gotta suck.
Yeah. Now you're death on camera.
Yeah. Here's the thing, too. I don't know why they haven't thought about this, but there's something called, sonar that should be used by beaches that have like a capacity of a certain amount of people. There should be something that tells people that, hey, there's sharks in the area. Because when we're getting in that water, we're on their playground. They're not on ours. We can't say, hey, shark, play fair, play safe, man. Okay? I'm just trying to swim. The shark is like, no, nigga, this is fair game out here.
Somebody got bit up there by Pacific Grove, up there by my brother.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he said. And the crazy thing about these shark attacks is that they happen fairly close to the shore.
To the shore, yeah.
So you only swimming out maybe 50, 60 feet or something like that, and then you just getting eaten up by a shark.
Yeah.
And then it just recorded, like the lady's just like, oh my God, Oh my God. Oh my God. Imagine the last words you hear when you dying. It's just, oh my God. Oh my God.
It's like, help. What the fuck? I'm getting 8. It's all you recording me eating 8? What the fuck?
Yeah. That's scary, dog. Like, being in the water is cool and all, but we don't often think about sharks, but people be dying every year.
They do. And it's sad because it's unfortunate that we don't have a way we know, but it's like you need to listen, because if you all of a sudden you just hear dun 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 dun,
nigga, that is not happening in real.
Like, get out of the water if you hear the noise.
Dun 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 dun. That's if you hear that little piano notes.
Once you hear that
Zion
noise,
Williamson.
There's not an orchestra in the fucking ocean. You need to get the fuck out of there.
That's funny. Yeah. You know what I realized too? There was this is completely different. There was an episode of our podcast that I think got stripped because we used like some music or something on there.
Really?
Yeah. So we just got to be mindful of that, moving forward.
Fuck these niggas. I'm finna just start trying everything. I'm gonna put the Rocky anthem on there.
If we get flagged for humming a song, that'd be crazy.
Adrian, I got a lot of fight in me. It's not over. I tell you right now, you can't win, Rocky. You know what? I think this. I don't know why I thought about this right now, but I guarantee you there will be another Creed.
Oh yeah. I don't think.
You understand how it's gonna work, right?
They're probably gonna put the daughter.
You caught that. You caught it, right? You caught it.
Yeah.
I think they made it a little bit obvious.
I don't know. Hopefully it's good. I don't know how that will play out, but I think I just don't know how that works. She's so young. I guess she'd be fighting like amateurs or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah. So
but I caught that.
Yeah, they're definitely priming her to take over the Creed franchise. But I thought the third, you said it was cool, but I thought it was pretty good. I liked it a lot.
I thought it was a decent movie. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was decent. Mm-hmm. I feel like they need to make a prequel to Rocky. To make a new Rocky film, that's the only way you can make a new Rocky film, is creating the origin story of Rocky. Mm-hmm. I think that would be a good film.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, just like Rocky,
young Rocky.
Before he got punch drunk, it was like, oh, you can fight, how you do it? Like he was just talking like a regular Italian kid. Like, hey Joey, what the fuck you doing over here? I'm trying to box over here. What are we doing?
Yeah. Before Meek Mill was riding around on freaking dirt bikes and stuff.
Oh, yo, they've been cracking jokes on Meek Mill because he has like a fucking really bad punctuation.
Yeah.
He'll like write a run-on sentence. It's not even a run-on sentence, nigga. This is a run-on essay. It's like, y'all niggas ain't shit. Y'all been talking bad shit about me the whole time, and y'all think that I'm dumb and I don't see what's going on, but I feel y'all and I see how y'all feeling. It's like, dude.
There's no punctuation.
Meek Mill needs to go back to jail for never using periods or commas. He needs to go to fucking jail.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He don't care at all. He tweet how he talk. It's like
bro. Sentences. I'm gonna tell you something right now, folks. Young people listening, anybody younger than us, maybe you might have some. I think we have some 22-year-old listeners too.
Yeah, it was some 18 to 22.
Yeah.
I think that was
young folks. I just want you guys to know it is not cool being dumb. Okay, stop running around here being dumb. Educate yourself, even if it's not formal. Make sure when you read a lot of books, naturally you get better punctuation.
Yeah, you just learn to formulate sentences better.
You learn to formulate sentences better. You also learn more proper diction and more words that you can use. Mm-hmm. Not to use to sound smart, but to use to kind of embody the idea faster, right? Mm-hmm. But when you meet Mill, you be like, yo, these punk niggas trying to get my lane, trying to figure out what's going on. They don't know how I feel about that, but like real talk, we ain't gonna even talk about that. We feel like it's like, dude. Like, I can't get down with that. Meek Mill is the type of dude. There are some people, like, I'm not into Twitter beef or going back and forth, but if fucking Meek Mill ever said anything about this podcast or me or Keith, I would just say, hey, bro, you're illiterate. Shut the fuck up.
I'm staying out of that.
Go back to school, Meek Mill, okay? Go back to school. You know what? No. I wouldn't say shut the fuck up. I'd say, Meek Mill, your punctuation's terrible. And then if you say something again, like, you a sucker nigga, you always been a sucker, I'll be like, you can't spell very well. Then if you keep talking, I'll be like, meet me after class. You know this. You know what's sad about Meek Mill? I guarantee you that when he was in school, he got a bunch of sad faces on his paper. They didn't even put F. They just put a sad face with tears on it. Nigga's so dumb. He got a sad face with tears. No. He got a sad face with a black eye on it. Just
Why a black eye?
Where the eye is supposed to be, it was just the X right there. Oh, man. They put a dead fish on there with the black eye on it. Oh, man.
It was crazy.
Rest in peace to this young man that got ate by the shark, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah, we gotta do better. Stop filming these deaths, man.
Yeah, people don't care.
There's I think we were talking about it a long time ago. There was that website with all those crazy deaths and pictures and
Rotten.com.
Yeah. And I don't know, for some it just feels like an invasion of like peace in a sense. Like, you know, we talk about rest in peace, but how you rest in peace when somebody is recording your demise? It's a sick world we live in. I think, you know, however you go out, you should just go out and, you know, it not be captured for the world. The only place where death should be recorded is in movies, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know? Other than that, just, you know, and obviously like security cameras and stuff. But yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, motherfuckers, they'll record your death and put it on TikTok with music behind it.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's weird about TikTok is people will put like, this is the thing that be killing me. I noticed just like the amount of like inauthentic people. Like whenever I post a video and let's say I'm talking about whatever subject matter, I don't put any graphics behind it. I don't put any music behind it. It'll be some dude talking and be like, listen, y'all, if you want to be successful and you want to be a hard worker, then the music plays. Dun, 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 dun. It's like, dude, you didn't need the fucking music behind what you were talking about, man.
Yeah.
You just wanted to garner the attention from doing it.
Yeah, you got to play the algorithms.
It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a minute, people was going crazy with that Future song. It was pissing me off.
Which one?
Superhero song, whatever it's called. Yeah, turn me to a superhero. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Have that pill. Every other fucking slide, it's a person using the same song.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn. At some point, you got to be original, buddy. Change it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing. It's kind of like the whole in and out conversation.
Monkey see,
It's
monkey
like,
do.
Yeah, it's kind of working, and you see a lot of people using it. So they're like, man, maybe if I use this song, then I'll go viral.
I think people have an impaired vision or impaired. Yeah, they have like an impaired vision of themselves. Mm-hmm. They think that something that they're doing, they think it's more important than what it really is.
Yeah.
I've noticed that about people. Mm-hmm. Like it'll be somebody working out and they're not even working out hard, and they'll be like, I grinded it out today. No excuses, you guys. And it's like, I watched you struggle with 5 push-ups.
Yeah.
And the slide was only 9 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
take a picture of yourself in the gym if you ain't really working hard.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, if you're not working, bro, don't even waste your time. Mm-hmm. The ones that kill me is people that post videos of them hitting a punching bag and they can't punch.
Oh, that was the worst.
God damn.
Yeah, and a lot of like rappers. A lot of rappers being there, like, you know, it doesn't happen as much anymore. I know like Meek Mill. I think Lil Wayne was hitting a bag once. I was just like, damn, you got to save yourself from the embarrassment. Like, you know, keep that stuff off the internet.
Meek Mill looked like a straight up, I don't know. That nigga hit the bag like an old black man.
Because too, like, you got to think, when we see the Floyds and the Gervonta Davis and Adrian Broner, we see these people hitting the bag and doing the mitt work. This is years and years and years of learning how to actually throw a punch. But these boxers be thinking it's cool. I mean, not boxers, but actors and rappers be thinking it's cool. So they hire the trainer to you know, throw some pads with them or throw throw some combos with them and stuff like that, and it just looks terrible, dude.
Man, it does look bad. There was this guy, I'm not going to say his name, but there's this guy that posts videos of him hitting the punching bag, and he be like throwing combos, but it's like the worst combos you ever seen. It's like you have a lack of self-awareness. You think you look cool doing this shit. You look dumb. You look flat out dumb. Not to mention, if you're a novice in MMA or boxing, that's cool. Take that time to learn. Don't even post anything of yourself hitting a pad, hitting a bag, hitting anything unless you've done it for 9 to 12 months minimum, because you don't even look fluid at that point.
Yeah, like throwing a punch is not as like the fluidity of
It's
it.
some mechanics to it.
Yeah, it takes a while to do that.
It's some mechanics to it, man.
And even some professional, like I see like the dude Rolly Romero. I've seen him hitting the bags. I'm like, this guy has terrible technique. Yeah. So even professionals don't look that great sometimes, but he punches very hard. So
a lot of professionals get the fundamentals wrong. Like I mentioned, fucking Deontay Wilder. That dude's head is never off the line. He got no head movement. Yeah,
and he drops his hands after he punches.
Yeah, you got no business dropping your hands because your mechanics aren't good enough. Like, you look at a guy like Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is shaped like a freaking, I don't know,
like a melted snow cone.
He looked like his body is melting.
Yeah, his body looked like melted cheese.
This nigga got a body like Humpty Dumpty.
I think a body look like mashed potatoes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like a swollen goddamn, I don't know. He got a body like a penguin kind of.
Like a ball penguin.
Yeah. But the thing about him, he has pretty good fundamentals. He has pretty good fundamentals.
He's a very classically trained boxer.
He is.
So all those haymakers and all that stuff Deontay Wilder's throwing, it like he just, I remember I believe this was a conversation Floyd had with somebody about like, they were talking about like heavier fighters, like how is he going to be in there with this guy is a heavy puncher, and Floyd was like, who is he going to hit with all these wild punches? You know what I mean? And that's the thing, like when you obviously Deontay Wilder punches hard, and if he connects with anybody, he will drop them, but if you don't land the clean punch, if you keep your hands up like Tyson Fury was able to, and you put your weight on him, then you'll win. So.
Even a guy like Mike Tyson would have beat the shit out of Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been.
It would have been ugly because with Mike had his hands glued to the side of his face, and he whoop. You swing at him, his head's off the line, and now his head is off the line, and then he take like a step this way, come underneath and hit you with an uppercut.
Yeah.
And it's almost like that peekaboo.
He punching hard.
He punching hard. It's almost like a peekaboo style almost.
Yeah. No, that's what it is.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yeah. That's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming. Whoop, whoop. Imagine fighting a guy like that. And then if you're already a tall guy and you can't effectively keep him away with your distance, which Deontay Wilder cannot. Like I feel like Tyson Fury would have probably he wouldn't have knocked out Mike, but he had a higher chance of beating Mike Tyson for sure.
Yeah, I think just because he's a real boxer,
right?
And I think a lot of Tyson's wins, he fought people that maybe weren't the best boxers and weren't able to really take a punch. Tyson Fury, he was able to take a lot of Deontay Wilder's punches, especially when he got in those later rounds. When your legs is not as strong as they were in the early rounds. If you take them, what they call take them into the deep waters, then I think Tyson Fury he might have won that.
Yeah, it's a hot take, but I think George Foreman would have smacked Tyson, bro. A young George Foreman would have beat Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
George Foreman was a motherfucker. Before all the George Foreman grills and all that shit, George Foreman was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
He was bad, dude.
I think I would say that Mike Tyson was a better boxer than people gave him credit for.
Oh, 100%.
He just knocked people out, so it just looked like he was just going in there and just swinging. But if you really have a conversation with him, or if you really see him train, you really see like you were talking about all the head movement,
Crazy.
combinations, the footwork and all that stuff. Like he was really he was really
Mike
one of
Tyson
those.
is the closest thing I've ever seen to a martial artist style boxer because his mechanics was so like fine. Like he was doing like he was on the like the set of a movie, and he was like going through different like I forget, it was like a Chinese movie though.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like a fight scene. You seen that? And he was like, "Nah, do it like this," and he was doing it so quick.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, that was one other thing. Like but every boxer is different, right? You see, like when you see Mike Tyson, he rarely ever just throws one punch. Like
No,
most of
fuck
his, when he swings once, or if he might be getting a distance with the jab, but most of the time he's throwing multiple punches, and he's punching through you. He's not just like some boxers just like is trying to touch you. I think Floyd would try to touch you. Like, and he was like more of like the pot shotter.
Mike was trying to go through your face.
Yeah, Mike was trying to go through you. And even a guy like Muhammad Ali, I don't know, Muhammad Ali rarely like sat down on his punches. He would like, when he throw that jab out there, I think he was just kind of like, getting the distance, and then he would hit you. And I think he was just trying to like punch you and get out of the way. But Mike Tyson is probably one of the only fighters that really wanted you to feel every punch that he threw at you.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. I mean, not Mike Tyson, but Muhammad Ali's like just his footwork and his just how nifty he was on his feet is unheard of.
Yeah, for a heavyweight too.
Yeah, I guess what's the name? Tyson Fury caught himself doing it. I'm like, nah, you ain't.
Yeah, he just too sloppy.
Yeah. All right. Switching gears. Let's talk about this, man. You want to jump straight to? You want to get this? Is this the no such thing as breaking up on good terms?
Yeah, let's do it.
You can do that, and then we got Zion at the end, or you want to pick one or the other?
We can do both.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. I didn't know where where are we, man? Where are we right now?
We had like 117.
Okay, we're doing all right. All right. Switching gears. There is no such thing as breaking up on good terms. This is just my opinion. I hear people say this shit a lot, and I feel like as a society of people, I feel like we kind of lie to ourselves a little bit. Because if you were on good terms, I feel like you would still be with that person. And I hear a lot of people say this. But I feel like when you say we broke up on good terms, how good are those terms? Right? How good are those terms? Because I'm being honest. When you break up with somebody in a mature way, and then you're off with them, and all of a sudden, probably like a month or two goes by, and they're already talking to somebody else. How good are those terms now? You're gonna be heartbroken, man. I see a lot of people say this stuff, and it's like, man, I think you probably broke up in a mature way, but on good terms. I don't know if that's the correct language to use. Another one is, we broke up, but we're still really good friends. I'm like, that's just the type of delusion that I can't agree with, because it's a demotion. We went from being intimate and having sex and, speaking.
It just didn't work out.
We spoke about very deep, intimate, and personal things about each other's lives. We met each other's families and all this shit, right? And now I'm demoted to friend now. Like, and then also I can't be a regular friend because you're not gonna want to hang around me. We're not gonna be playing fucking cards. We're not playing Uno now.
Yeah, how does that work? How does that work for you to just be like dicking somebody down and the next minute y'all just best friends?
That's called delusion.
It's called a relationship.
It's called a lie. It's called delusion. And there's gonna be some people to say, no, that's bullshit because me and my ex were really good friends and you're just not mature enough to have that relationship. Okay, then what's the last time y'all fucked?
I was talking.
It wasn't that long ago.
I'm gonna be real. I was talking to my cousin. We was playing the game. It was on the PlayStation Network chat line or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's talking about his, you know how it is. Like sometimes niggas just need a vent. Like, man, he was basically going in on his ex-wife. Like, yeah, she be tripping. She out here doing her thing. She be getting smacked down by different people, all this other stuff. He was like, man, I ain't gonna front. I'll still hit it though, but that's about it. So I say that to say like it still be that there, you know.
100%.
As much as you hate somebody or whatever, or you despise him because he hate her guts, but
right,
he still would knock it down if
he could hate her guts and love her guts at the same time.
Them guts, them
guts is loved.
Got a strained relationship with them guts.
Yeah. No, but here's the thing. Like I said, like. You can talk about breaking up on good terms and you broke up with them, but then these people they're not honest with themselves because people who break up still fuck each other.
Yeah.
So if you're supposed to be a friend, how are we friends?
Yeah.
Friends don't fuck each other, right?
Yeah.
So you can't even jump into that friendship role because you're still fucking her. Then here's another one. I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine, a truck driver, that him and his wife split up. And one day we was just having a conversation. And he's like, man, nigga, my wife over there tripping because I don't want to fuck her no more. And then I was just like,
wait, what? That's crazy.
This, I swear to God. Mm-hmm. He said, man, my wife, she been getting a little mad because I don't want to fuck her no more. And then I just replied to him. I said, you see, this is why I don't take women serious that are less than a year out of their last relationship. Because your ex-wife, and he was his mouth was kind of open when I said that. I said, I don't trust these women because I know they're human. And I know that they may say things.
Let's throw a nigga lingering around.
Oh, 100%. 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
And I was like, if one of the things, if they do bring up an ex, they'll be like, oh, so how long y'all been broken up? She's like, we've been broken up now. It's been like 3 months, but I'm over it. I'm like, nah, y'all still fucking. Like in the back of my mind, I know you're still fucking that guy.
Yeah.
The fact that you brought that person up in this fashion, and I don't want anything to do with it. You know, when I've been on dates with chicks and just let them talk, and I let them talk themselves out of everything.
Yeah.
Not because I'm being judgmental, but because I'm not stupid. I once was very stupid, and it didn't matter what women said. I never seen it as a red flag. I never seen it as something that was problematic until it became problematic, and it was my fault for not noticing that. Right. But yeah, what the hell is that? The janitor?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
Closing the bathroom door.
That nigga cleaning this place up aggressively. He's scrubbing that toilet with a vengeance. He's like, cleaning the toilet up, plunger all in it.
I think I think that there is a I guess what I'm trying to say is I understand what people are saying when they say it was like what did you say, a good breakup?
No, breaking up on good terms.
Yeah. When people say they're breaking up on good terms, I think just comparing it to some of the situations that I've seen where it's like children involved, there's custody battles, there's court, it's like people cussing each other out, it's people getting put out of the house. Like I've seen like some of the breaking up on bad terms, I guess I would say. But so if, equating it to that or just comparing it to like the worst situations, I think, breaking up on good terms in terms of this conversation, it probably means that there was just no bloodshed, or like it was no, we were able to speak cordially, or, we had the, like I have a one of my friends, he had his life was set up with his girlfriend, and they had kids together and stuff like that. And then when they broke up, like obviously it was emotions and feelings involved and stuff like that. But they were able to, get like 50-50 custody of the kids, and, there's no child support and all these other things. And they have a cordial relationship. So I think that's what, people mean when they mean breaking up on good terms, because we see breaking up on bad terms could look like what's the dude's name? Rudolph, the football player? Yeah,
Travis
Rudolph. Yeah, where his body's involved. So hey, I just think it's more so in terms of like relating it to like the worst of the worst situations, like thin line between love and hate versus like just a cordial breakup.
I believe in cordiality. I don't believe in friendship at all. We break up, I don't have nothing against you. I hope your life is fine, but I don't want shit to do with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that works. I think people be like I don't know. Unless I don't know. Unless there's kids involved, I don't really know what the communication is even about.
All we're doing is making it harder for us to find other partners if we're still in each other's lives. Let's stop fooling each other out there. A lot of people are like, I've literally heard women say like, yeah, he's my ex, and we broke up, but he's always been there for me, and I'll always be there for him. And I'm like, oh, okay, you'll always be there for him. Well, I won't be there. You go ahead and stay around him, because what I do understand is that you guys are there for each other, and you call him a friend. But what happens is when you break up in your relationships, guess who you run back and talk to? Him.
Yeah.
Guess who's fucking you during the time you breaking up with these other guys? Him. You think somebody's stupid and we don't know what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and unless no girl that I've ever like smashed, unless like she just got way unattractive, like is that, how should I frame this? Not that I have the desire now, but I'm saying like if I'm a single person and if I was attracted to her then when we were smashing and like 5 or 6 years down the line past, like, that same attraction is still there unless she looks like drastically different. Right. So I'm saying in terms of like people that are like, oh, we're friends now and we broke up and everything's cool. Like that same level of attraction is still there. It's still there.
You don't see them as a different person.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Like there's chicks that we're not friends. We're not enemies. We're just cordial. And it's chicks that I fucked years ago. And what's crazy is these chicks will be married or whatever now. They may have been single at the time when I got them. And then now, like, they'll pop up here and there or be like, hey, what's going on? Or blah, blah, blah. It's no big deal. But, like, this is kind of straying away from the topic, but even that is a lot. Mm-hmm. I think social media has us doing things we really shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, people for sure be, like, communicating.
we shouldn't be, there shouldn't be any commentary or anything.
Yeah.
Like, if we fucked in the past, it doesn't mean we have to be enemies or anything. But it's just weird how somebody will be married and still have access from people they had sexual relationships with.
Yeah.
Like it could be a chick. It is wild how we do this. And social media has conditioned us to like, this has become commonplace, but it's not normal. Back in the 90s, if you fucked a chick in college and you moved on with your life, you probably never seen her again. And that was normal. But now your fucking whole social media is just convoluted. Mm-hmm. And it's women that you had in college and fucking a chick you met at Walmart and then a chick you met at fucking Walgreens and like now you're a married man, but you got like 50 chicks you used to fuck on your social media. And it's like, that's not normal.
Yeah.
It's not normal.
Yeah, and seeing them just growing up right in front of your eyes.
Yeah, it's crazy. You'd be like, wow, that's so wild. Like she was skinny then, now she thick.
Yeah.
And then, the thing about it, too, is you can rehash these situations.
Yeah. Most of them don't die down because people don't really know how to have a successful relationship.
No.
So what happens is, like, people just, you catch people in pockets.
Yeah.
Like, when you single and they single, like, when y'all initially met, y'all had your thing and it was all good. And then she might have gotten into a relationship and you might have stayed single. And then when she break up with her dude, like a year and 6 months later, then y'all right back to hanging out. And then y'all got your thing going on again. And then you might get in a relationship and she might be single. And then it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times, too, is if you broke a chick off, she knows what she can come back to.
Yeah. As long as you're still around.
This is why this whole, to me, stay on topic, why the whole friendship thing just doesn't.
It doesn't really work.
It doesn't really work. A lot of times when people say, like, we're really good friends, they just kind of, like, keeping access to the old sex they used to have.
Yeah.
It was a chick today that I seen. She posted, like, celebrating 27 years of friendship, right? And she posted a picture. And mind you, this chick is 45, right? She looks pretty decent. But she's 45, and she posted a picture with this dude, like, at different time frames. And one of them, the dude was grabbing her booty, right? And I commented, I was like, there's no damn way this guy's your friend holding your booty like that. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, well, since then our friendship has matured and this and that. I'm thinking like, then why are you posting a picture of this nigga grabbing your booty?
An old picture.
Yeah. She had to probably be in her 20s or something at the time.
Yeah.
So this is why the whole friendship shit I just don't be buying that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You got to show me the receipts. I need to see the Carfax history report.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Imagine you like engaged or something. You with your lady one day, you go out wherever, and then like you just sitting there, y'all both just having a great time. You know, you found a new restaurant, whatever, and then some dude comes up and he's like, "Emily, is that you?" And you're like, "Oh my God, Derek!" And then he grab your girl and pick her up and swing her around.
Yeah.
You'd be like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
You're like, "Hey, babe, this is Derek," and they're like, "What's up, man? It was good, huh?" You shake your hand.
Yeah, you could tell by the introduction he used to fuck your girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this dude was balls deep in my wife, man.
That nigga was knee deep.
Yeah. He's like, back in the day, me and Emily, we used to be going everywhere together. I'm telling you right now, man. We go everywhere.
She still be doing that little leg thing.
She was so crazy. All I hear is just nuts slapping. It's like, yeah, man. Yeah, she's like, man, your wife is real funny, man.
You got a good one.
You got you a good one, man. She real wet. I mean, she real funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That's the way of the world, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, apparently Keith has nothing.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
Stop. Stop. Just break up and stop talking to each
But
other.
fuck, man. What do you guys think? You know, just send a inbox and let me know. Can you break up on good terms?
Yeah.
And you saying breaking up on good terms, is it based in actual fact or is it based in delusion? Is it based on you believing that you broke up on good terms?
Yeah, I think some people. I would be interested in the stories because I know everybody's story is different. Like, you know, like I gave a couple of examples of people, but for the most part, I think there's a version of that because I think there's some people that are just very mature. Like I've seen situations where, I have my just like extended family and stuff like that where I've seen like the parents will get a divorce, and I don't know how it looked in real time, but I just know like they seem to be cordial now. Like their son is married, and you know they can be in the same space and they work together in some capacity. But I don't know. Everybody has a different situation. I think it's also about the parties involved. Like you know, I think that relationships or those like trying times, all it does is bring out like the most authentic version of you, right? So if you're a person that has like toxic personality and you kind of a loose cannon and your mental health ain't all in order, that's just going to play out when the breakup happens. And, you know, you're going to be yelling and arguing with your partner and trying to hurt them in some capacity, not even physically, but just like emotionally, mentally, keeping your kids away from from your partner and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. It's just like it's all bad. You just gotta thug it out.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, it's funny when people get on social media and they be like, "Man, thank you for the birthday wishes." Be like, nigga, wasn't nobody thinking about your birthday, nigga.
That's crazy.
Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. Nigga, it's 2 likes on your post. Nobody thinking about your motherfucking birthday.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. You feel that you want to get into that last one?
Yeah, we can talk about Zion.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Man. So make sure your energy was there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Switching gears. Pornstar Moriah Mills posts alleged Zion Williamson text as pregnancy drama continues. For those that don't know, Zion Williamson is an NBA player that plays for the New Orleans Pelicans. And he was having a little fun with a porn star and a stripper. And let's get into it. Excuse me. Moriah Mills keeps tweeting about Zion Williamson. The 32-year-old porn star and OnlyFans content creator continues to post about the New Orleans Pelicans star in an unanswered diatribe. Since the 22-year-old NBA All-Star announced his girlfriend, Akima, was pregnant with his baby girl, whom is expected in November. Mills has alleged that Williamson was also sexually involved with her, revealing explicit details about their alleged relations over the last week. In multiple tweets on Saturday night, Mills posted alleged text exchanges between her and Williamson in which she says the NBA star ruined her life. Oh, yeah, right. You do porn. Yeah.
I think you ruined your life.
Yeah.
When
You know what?
Cut that camera on.
You know what? Let me say this. I don't want to have a one size fits all about porn stars, because there's some porn stars that just like to fuck and they're having a great time.
Yeah.
And there's other ones that do live a terrible motherfucking life, which this one seems like she does. Can't you just stick to doing your porn and be quiet? Anyways, the message is
I think where she ruined the thing was like thinking that it was something more than what it was.
he just got so much money that she just don't want to lose that access to a man with that much money.
Yeah, I think the this happens not in our everyday lives, right? Where we are dealing with somebody that starts to like us more than we like them. And then it plays out like this. And she got receipts and she got screenshots and videos and stuff like that. And she trying to expose him. For us, it may just look like somebody that's just very mad and cussing you out through text messages. But this is like playing out in the public because Zion Williamson is, very famous.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of money.
All right. The message is alleged sent by Williamson asked Mills to delete everything. She has been posting about him. In one of the tweets, Mills says she genuinely loved Williamson. All you do is lie, Zion. I hate you on God. Delete everything. We'll talk. This is ridiculous. I don't love anyone. I genuinely love Zion Williamson. All you care about is saving face to the media. You don't care about feelings. And then another one. What the hell? Oh, my God.
You know the sad part about all of this? This has no effect on Zion.
None.
He gonna have his child. He gonna move on with his life. It's like it's a little bit of social media trending, and it's a wild story. But she the one that looked like an idiot, posting all these things and trying to get back at him in some capacity. Zion is a young nigga out here getting money and playing basketball. He ain't worried about all that.
What else? She wrote something else. She wrote something else in quote. I never gave you a threesome or never had an OnlyFans or was on Pornhub, so I guess I was all play. I probably never had a chance. You nasty ass sex addict, Taylor said about Williamson. Taylor also posted an image of what appeared to be a shirtless Williamson in bed. Let me explain something, okay? Let's be very clear. You never kiss and tell. I don't give a fuck what goes on. I don't care if a woman stole your money or she cheated on you or whatever. You don't post pictures of people. You don't share personal text messages of people. Let me repeat, I have zero respect for people who post screenshots. Zero. There is no reason why you should have that shit on social media. Never. If you can't talk to the person, then what are we talking about? Mm-hmm. And then she acting like sex is so sacred to her, bro. You have sex on camera. I'm not trying to be reductive or degrading of her character, but bro, you've been fucking for a while. Mm-hmm. She's like, I never had a threesome or did Pornhub. That's because he was giving you a lot of money. Once that was cut off, once he went out public with this girl, you knew that was her basically knowing that her shit was over and she couldn't handle it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like it was one of those situations where Zion was knocking her down. He probably seen her video or two of her, and he has the resources and access to make it happen to where he could make that porn star come into his to his own bedroom, and it was fun. It was cool. And then he actually found somebody that he would be willing to settle down with and have a child with, and you weren't that person. And that's just like the circle of life. That's just how the cookie crumbles. So I don't know. And she's old. She older than me. She out here acting like she trying to lock down this basketball player.
10 years older than Zion doing this shit, man.
Yeah.
But hold on. I think we need to, as men, we have to take a lot of the responsibility upon ourselves. He's a 22-year-old man, so I can understand why he's fucking up. He's got a lot of money. Not to mention, when you're a professional athlete, you don't have a lot of time and energy to be courting new women. So he figured, maybe and he also has a message where he says, how much does it cost to have you come out here? So this was transactional.
But that's what I'm saying. Why is she acting like the nigga was falling in love? Like he was falling in love and about to propose to you.
Because like that's a lot of money. And when you're making that much money off a young man that's 22 years old, it's purely transactional. He probably went from beating his meat to watching her pornos to actually being able to afford her services. So he's like, once you're paying a woman for sex, like you know what you're getting and what you're getting down to. And she's got a whole resume of what she can do. It's all on tape.
Yeah.
Right? It's
You
like
don't even there's no unknown about it.
no, that's like going into Wendy's for a burger job and they know you can make a burger.
Yeah.
Okay, they know you know how to grill them patties.
Yeah.
So that's the whole deal with this chick, man. She's a professional fucker. Okay.
Yeah.
And he knew what he was paying for.
I think his downfall was one. I think he should have maybe like limited that communication. Like if it was really transactional, just make it that. Make it like, yo, this is the location where I'll meet you. I'll meet you at this hotel. Here's the funds, and then like do his Dougie, and then move on with his life. But he was like he was like really like communicating with her, like chopping it up, like sending text message. I like the way you look in this dress and all this other stuff. It's like, dog, you should have. Yeah, he just young. But that's the thing. Like I don't know what these some of these older women be thinking that they can lock down some of these NFL players, NBA players, these young rappers. Like
they don't think they can.
Luck.
They don't think they can. They know it.
Yeah.
There's a difference. And when you get an impressionable 22-year-old man who is injury ridden, who can't stay in a fucking game and has a problem with his diet, right? But he likes to fuck, you already got him where you want him.
Yeah.
This guy was dead to rights. As soon as he pulled her clothes off, then he was dead to rights. It was too late, and look, man, as men, we do got to choose better. I know it's tougher for him because he's 22, but there are men my age at, 37, 38, still choosing terrible women. We have to do a better job with the women we choose because you will get the energy that you're looking for when you deal with them. Travis Rudolph learned that when he was fucking a married woman and the woman got mad because he was talking to another girl. Mind you, she had a whole fucking husband. Turned around, told her brothers to shoot the dude, right?
Yeah.
And one of them ended up dying.
Yeah.
But it all comes back to, as men, we need to be better leaders of ourselves and stop dealing with women that got fucking baggage.
Yeah. It's just a bad look. Like, there's not really any real consequences for Zion, but this is probably like the best version. I would say the best version of this, but he kind of got off light, I would say. Yeah. Because it's a version of this that could be much worse, and I think that, like you said, we got to be mindful of the women we deal with. And I'm sure I just don't understand, like the looseness that he was dealing with this woman, I think he should have, if he was knowing that he's like this, star basketball player, like just like add like some, DMing on vanish mode and like, just ways to kind of like, protect yourself in these situations.
When you're making over $100 million for playing a professional sport and you're 22 years old and you got this woman that is literally turning you out, bro. There are some women that have the ability to turn a man out.
Yeah.
Like she's doing things to you. She's sucking you so good. And you 22 years old. Mm-hmm. She 30. She got 10 years on you. She got 10 years of sexual experience on you, bro. Yeah. You probably only been fucking since you was 17, 18. She been fucking since she was like 14. And she do porn.
That's crazy.
Bro, she's a professional at this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's another level, man. But yeah, good luck to this guy.
She's still following Zion.
Oh, she is?
She follows 6 people, and one of them is Zion.
Are you serious? Who was her name on there?
I just type in, this is Moriah Mills. And she following a bunch of her pages and then Zion Williamson.
Of course, she got to lead that she's gonna follow that nigga.
Yeah. He don't even follow her. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, he for sure slid in them DMs. Yeah,
Popular Moriah Mills.
Put that on vanish mode.
Accounts. She got multiple accounts that popped up.
Yeah, one of them got like a blue check mark, I think. Oh no. One of them This is Moriah Mills. That one got
This one got
398.
This one got 71,000. The one I see, and it's got 91 followers. She's following that.
The main page is This is Moriah Mills.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah, she following that nigga for sure. She yeah, I don't know, man. I think these is like young mistakes. I be seeing like some of these rappers and basketball players. They just live such unrealistic lives. It's hard to like really learn any lessons about relationships because you got access. Like, you know, I know a guy personally that, you know, professional basketball player, and you know, he has a kid or he has children and a relationship and stuff like that, and the way that he his mindset when it comes to like, you know, stepping out on his female is like so different, you know, because one you've
Hold
been.
on, why is your uncle following her, man?
Oh, Yella?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no, that nigga's nasty. But you know, even from high school, being a great basketball player and then going on to college and, you know, Division I basketball, like the way your life is set up is just so easy. So it takes a different level of maturity to be able to, you know, not be in like messy situations like this. So yeah, it's I don't know. I think that's one thing that they probably could do a little bit better in the NBA is just like teaching these young kids how to deal with women. I think that's something that, because, you know, they be having like the financial literacy classes and stuff like that, but, you know, you see so many basketball players ending up in situations where they talking to porn stars and, you know, getting caught up on camera, and you got Odell Beckham in the bed with the cocaine and all kinds of stuff.
I think honestly though, it's a pro and con that if you are dealing with some of these women, you expedite the process. If you're a professional athlete and you don't have a lot of time to court a woman, or you're not looking for love at that moment, and there is a woman that's around, then, you know, because what's the name? I forgot his name. He was dealing with the Tiana Trump. The one of the Ball brothers was dealing with her. LaMelo.
Lonzo? LaMelo? I didn't know that.
So it's like, bro, at the same time, like, I get it, but then I don't. And I don't want to. And the thing is, it's not about judging these women. You don't got to judge a woman. You can simply say that's not for me. Cause nah.
I think a lot of it too is like in the communication. Like for Zion, I think he was just too loose. Like, it's one thing to smash a porn star. Like, I think as a young man, you 19, 20, 21 years old, you got all the money in the world, and you got access to all the women in the world. Like, and we all done watch porn before, and you've seen the Tiana Trumps and all these other women on your Pornhub page or whatever, and you like, dang, I wonder what that's like. And they're all a DM away.
Yes.
Right? But there's a way to go about it, I say, you know. And I think that when you are in bed and you're getting caught laying next to drugs and women passed out around you, that's the stuff that's just OD. But when you just want to have a little bit of fun and you get caught out at lunch with Tiana Trump, like, that's cool. But when you got screenshots and all kind of other stuff, and you getting exposed on podcasts and stuff, that's when it's just too much.
The unfortunate thing too is you kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because as a guy who is well known in the NBA, it's hard for you to deal with just regular average women, because truth be told, everyone's an opportunist at that point. Mm-hmm. You know, even the porn star is an opportunist. They don't look at you as a human being. They look at you as this very wealthy person who has a lot, has a lot of access and a lot of money.
No matter how successful they are, which is crazy. Like, you got is it the girl Lana Rhodes or whatever? Supposedly she got a baby by they saying like it's Blake Griffin baby or some other person. No, it wasn't even Blake Griffin. It was like some they were saying it was some bench player on the Nets or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, because they had eliminated. There was like first they thought it was Kevin Durant. Yeah. And then they was saying it was Blake Griffin, and then I heard somebody had did like.
What if it was fucking Dinwiddie?
I don't know if it was. It wasn't even Dinwiddie, because Dinwiddie is a hooper. It was somebody that was just deep on the bench. Like, yeah, I was like, damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that, folks. Look, I'll end it with this. Fellas, you got to be smarter about the shit you doing. I know we get horny as fuck. I know it.
Yeah.
I know it, bro. I know it. But at the same time, man, you got to be able to I know all the blood is going to your penis. But you got to redirect that blood to your brain a little bit. And say, is what I'm doing, is it worth the price that I could potentially pay?
Yeah.
And if the answer is going to be no, then you just keep your dick in your pants. I know it's tough sometimes, especially when you're a guy with a lot of money and you can get most of the women that you want. Just don't do it, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Honestly, some of y'all need to beat y'all meat.
Yeah.
Because it could save your life, man.
Sure.
You know, it's been times where I was about to go, have a young lady come over, and then I beat my meat, and I'm like, nah, I don't even want her over here no more.
Yeah, you get that post-nut clarity. But if you're a sex addict, you don't get post-nut clarity. You just get post-nut more horny.
Yeah, you bust a nut, you're like, I got to bust another one.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're a different type of nigga if you do that.
That's how you cheat the process, though, bro.
What you mean?
If you bust one off, and then you had a girl come over.
Oh, you be on that second round?
You already on round 2. She on round 1.
You be going crazy. I would do that when I was younger because I heard that from like freaking Cat Williams or whatever. And then I start realizing that after I rub one out, I didn't want to have sex no more. Like it'd be all planned out. Like, yo, like at the time, like I may not have had a whip, so the girl would pick me up, or I would, go over her house in some capacity, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm about to knock this down. Rub one out, and then like I just make up an excuse. Oh, I can't even come. My mom asked me to watch the kid. Well, I don't know. I'd make up some excuse. My aunt asked me to babysit or something like that.
The lotion be telling you.
Yeah. Now I for sure missed out on, like, as a younger, I guess early 20s. Yeah, I for sure missed out on a lot of sexcapades.
You wouldn't even be in the mood, man. As soon as you about to, that'd be crazy. You rubbed one out, and then you got the young lady over. Y'all about to have relations, and you pull your dick out, and it just go wah wah wah.
Yeah, it looked like one of them freaking insurance things. What are they called? Like the little the flappy things.
Oh, you know about the airman that's blowing around?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that. I had to stop doing that. I would just pull up on round 1, ready to go.
The only thing that's sad about you pulling up on round 1 is like how fast round 1 can end. It'd be ending too quick. And then after round 1 end like that, it just be so much that you just be like, dang, I don't even know if I got a round 2.
Yeah. I've had some embarrassing round 1s. But it's more so a compliment to the woman. Because if you got that...
Women ain't trying to hear that shit.
Hey, man.
Women ain't trying to hear it. If you bust a nut quick, and they could be really enjoying the sex, and then here you go, Mr. Quick Nut.
Yeah.
You bust one off. You think it's been 15 minutes. It's been 2.
Yeah.
And they just like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely felt the urge off a stroke too. I'm like, God dang. I don't got 10 more in me.
Oh man. You start playing songs in your head that really like make it, that are anti-nut.
Yeah.
Like you be stroking like pump, 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 pump.
That nigga Joe
pump,
Budden,
pump,
come on.
Pump it up.
That is crazy.
You're like, oh, I'm definitely not gonna nut to this. This is anti-nut music right here.
Oh, that's crazy.
Man, that's the name of the podcast, man.
Anti-nut music.
Anti-nut. All right,
That's
man.
crazy.
Looks like we,
Yeah.
we're giving you guys a good show, man. We appreciate y'all, man, and about to wrap this thing up.
Make sure y'all run over to the
Head to all the socials, man.
social media.
Head to atruckersmind.com to
hats.
purchase the merch. Head over to at A Trucker's Mind podcast on IG. It's _Trucker's Mind _podcast. And head over to the Cash App at ATMPOD on Cash App for a friendly donation, and head on over to YouTube at A Trucker's Mind podcast.
Yeah, leave us a rating on Apple Podcasts.
Please leave us a rating and follow us on Spotify.
Yeah.
Just head over to Spotify, hit the follow button, and leave a genuine if any of you, your friends, anybody want to leave a genuine message for us on Apple, that'd be great. We need more reviews, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you made it to the end of this episode, we appreciate you. Thank you for listening to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Things.
We're out of here, man.
Peace.